This is Sarah Lancaster, Extension Weed Management Specialist at Kansas State University, here with Alyssa Essman, just to give some folks some of the highlights and high points of our conversation that we just wrapped up with Allan Fritz. So Allan is a wheat breeder here at K-State, and we talked about a lot of things where weeds and wheat intersect. So Alyssa, what were some of your takeaways from the conversation?
Yeah, it was a really interesting conversation, something we don't talk about a ton, a little bit out of my wheelhouse. So it was kind of fun to learn about some of these things. We talked about interspecific hybridization, kind of this fancy term for what we think of as outcrossing, and he talked through, how that works, some of the factors that can lead to this outcrossing between things like wheat and joining goatgrass, and kind of what that looks like, and really put some numbers to, how often this happens and what are the results in terms of production, but also implications for these hybrids in fields and controlling them from a weedy perspective. We also talked about some of the benefits, which is something that I didn't expect from this conversation and was interesting. Yeah, and it was fascinating to learn about some of the things that can come of this. And we ended up talking about consumer preferences and why. Wheat breeding has kind of developed how it has. So it was a good conversation and learned a lot, both about wheat production, but also some of this outcrossing.
So excellent. I think the listeners are going to enjoy this one, and I hope they'll go find the full episode.